Hello and welcome back to Vintage Story on the Rusty Gear server. And so we got like okay temperatures in February where we're at, but it gets really hot and our food spoils and stuff. So I was thinking outside we have some appropriate trees. There's Andy's house, lovely. Some of our trees are well suited. Yellow apples growing, but nothing has come about. So I decided I'm going to build this little road over to our west side, because the west side over here, you can see it's a little bit more snowy. It is like 10 degrees cooler. So I've brought a bunch of stuff and we can have some outdoor fields. Clear out some spaces here and put down some fences. Get an idea of some sort of nice little crop field put out here. And appropriate space, nothing too huge. I'm thinking maybe we'll put in a second one or whatnot. We'll see about that. Because there's lots of things to put out. I want to put out some tree cuttings and some berry bushes and whatnot. And we've got to clean up the area to make it a little bit more better. Cut down some trees. And then lay down foundation for some sort of home place type of thing. So we can store and cook food. Considering it is cooler over here, it's going to be easier to store things. So I like to have it be similar to the other house. Lay down some nice stone kind of area. Trying to figure out how big do I want to have it and what kind of shape and whatnot. Gotta clear out the center part so we can put down some flooring and continue to make a little bit of clearing out right next door, because I'm also going to start a greenhouse. So the greenhouses are usually, if you want to have at the maximum size, a 7x7. So down their 7th plank in the right way. And then have our little pine be the corners. And then I'd also want to have like a long greenhouse, and the only way to do that is kind of like put two of them together. So I'm going to try to do that part and get this kind of sized up, and we'll need to get a little bit more pine as well, but at least line up these edges so we know how much we're going to need here. So it looks like about here will be a other corner of greenhouse 1 and greenhouse 2. We'll have them be a nice little roof that goes up, doors in between. So next day, I'm going to need glass if we're going to have a greenhouse. That one's not ready. But we can take that with us, along with some terra preta collected. So we have some good soil that's in the greenhouse. Kind of come up with some sort of design for maximum water coverage, because that's always a good thing. Put our stuff back in. And we can get a little bit of wood boards, because we're going to need a bunch of doors here. So might as well make a few. Get our step up, and here's door 1, and then I want it to be easy to get into the second one. I'm thinking I was just going to have only like one external door. Might be useful. And of course our house needs a door to go inside too. So I got the basic frame set up, our oak and logs, and our floor put down, and I have the start of a cellar dug out. So let's put down some stairs here. I had a temporary block, and I wanted to have chalk be our flooring. And I thought one of the rooms maybe could put some wood in. I want to have andesite as the walls. I figure might as well have it be all nice and cobbly down here. So the chalk for the ceiling and the floors seemed like easy to do. And then get in the walls here and a bit of a doorway because we're going to have a little separate room for here. And then next we're going to need to obviously take out a whole bunch of walls and flooring and get into the next room. So now we can put a wall into here. And I was thinking not super huge. I tend to make them too big. So figured get a little bit of floor in, get some nice area to put in all the different kinds of vessels and storage. Nothing too big, but manageable. I'm getting more walls here as well. And then I also going to need more wood, and I keep getting interrupted by these guys at night. They're not being very nice here. Alright, and our animals are cold. And I wanted to get in a little bit more of the wood walls, hopefully, to keep our pests at bay. But one block's not going to cut it here. So they're pretty cold and frosty. They want to get in a warm spot, I guess, too. But that will take a bit of time to get all this laid out. And we're going to need to get some windows type stuff in here at some point. So that is the logs, and going to our handy dandy survival book. We need sticks and logs and also an axe. And I figured might as well keep the theme as our east house. Have it be these nice little oak fencing for our windows. So if we have at least one in, then they're not going to get in here. Let's go around and get in a decent amount while we're getting a little bit more built up. So hopefully these guys will not be in here. And a little bit more protected. So that's pretty good for now anyhow. While I kind of still work on getting in some of these walls and whatnot. And then the other corner I said, hey, we got some log pole. Might as well just put another whole pillar of logs in here too. And kind of make some nooks and crannies back there. And then, of course, I have some stuff already made, so we'll need to put those in the cellars and whatnot. Ah, getting another guy who thinks he can just disturb me. Ah, got another one hopping around. He apparently doesn't want to do anything. So we'll just leave him be. We'll leave that rift going. Having much fun. And what are you doing in here? He must have gotten in here somehow from the outside. That's not much fun. Let's stick one up here. Don't know if we'll keep it there, but we'll definitely want one up, you know, near where we're cooking and stuff. Close the doors. I was thinking maybe we need some racks for cheese or whatnot. And then, depending on which side, I think some over here for putting on our crocks. So you can see it's still cold over here. We got frozen water. It'd probably be a good idea to finish this one up and see if we can get it going here soon, because once it's closed up is only when we can get the added temperature. So I have to go around and get that part done, and we need more pine planks. And our poor little saw is going to be almost done here, but that was kind of nice because it was an accident that I made it. So I don't feel so bad that I get to use that. And of course we're going to need some half slabs. I like using the half slabs for the windows in a greenhouse because it doesn't have to be a full block, but I like using the full block for the top anyhow. Put some door frame around here. Doing side planks, so I have to hit it on the side So I'm glad the crouching works there. And hitting it on the side to get the windows to be on the inside. Excuse me. I'm trying to get a couple things from my stash. Soon I'll have to probably move that inside, but for right now, it still works. I'm thinking maybe I could try to be a little more conservative and stretch my glass so I don't have to do quite as many bloomeries. I was thinking maybe I could kind of do a little checkerboard pattern or something on the outside anyhow, so I can kind of fill in a couple places it shouldn't affect the light and stuff that's getting through because most of it's there. So if I take some like oak planks, I was thinking if I could put a little bit in here, you can see the lighting changes a little bit, but it's gonna still have the majority of it visible. I thought, just in case, I mean, I could always replace it later. I'll fill in a couple more of those, and I think it's all sealed up now. And as long as the doors are closed, we should be good. And then I have more oak to deal with. Let's put down the oak beams, so then we can get our second, our bit of outline and stuff done here, and figure out where all the rest of everything's gonna need to go. How much more windows we're gonna need. We're gonna need some more there. Yeah, I think right now I'll just get the planks in and then make sure we're all good on that. Alright, a little bit more windows. So yeah, I do need a little loft or something, and I was thinking the left side might be better suited for going up another level rather than the right side. It's a little skinny. So let's get a little bit more logs going up over here. I'm gonna probably need a bit of flooring just to kind of get a better idea of maybe the size and the shape and where we might want to put the rest of the stuff. There we go. And of course, need to start doing the roof. It's not gonna be very hospitable if we don't have a roof going here. So as we're making more dye and clay and firing that up, I figured, well, I'll start doing it in pieces and batches, so that way it might be a little bit easier to kind of get a handle of how much we need to do still. It takes quite a bit. And this definitely the stair, I didn't like the inside, and I don't like the one that's here on the right just because it cuts off area. I decided that we needed to have a wider road. Just needs to be a little bit easier while we're coming over here. It's a little bit janky in some places still, but I got most of it all at least 3 wide. I also decided that I didn't like the flat roof, so I had to adjust that and get some glass in there. And I think we have the majority of that taken care of. Got over some cuttings so I can put those down once I get this roof finished. And it's looking like we need the top, and we need a couple side pieces here. So I like to kind of do, it's a pain to do diagonal, so just do 3 and then move it. As long as you don't accidentally create a different block that you don't want. That should be okay. Alright, so I need some flat pieces still. And, oh, it's looking like this side is not finished as well with the little bit of overhang. It's kind of like if it doesn't have an overhang, it just seems a little bit flat. And these shingles are so great with having this nice diagonal look on it that it looks a little bit weird if you don't have a little bit of an overhang or something. Alright. Falling down, but at least it's easy to still get that bit. And a little overhang in the middle. Okay, so it just looks like we need to finish that bit up in the front and a little bit in the back, it's looking like. Okay, well, we can hopefully have, maybe not. Okay, horses, alright, they're excited here today. They've been hanging around this place for, like, since I've gotten here. So finish filling that in, about as much as possible, I guess. Fall down on the bed. Well, it's not a very good bed. Alright, so a little bit left up above. That's okay. Kind of fixed the stairs a bit. You can put in some barrels and whatnot in here. Get some cook fires and stuff going here. And I'll need to get some more items and whatnot brought in so we can be a little bit more livable. But I think for the most part got the gist of this down here, and it should be cool enough to keep things. I need to fix the walls here. I got the andesite cobblestone, but I think I'll bring it up. I thought about maybe I'll put wood down, but we got stone on the other side, so I think the andesite encompassing all that will work really well. And I did get some stuff planted. Granted, it is still a little bit too cold. It's 1 degree, but you know, it'll warm up during the day and it'll get a little bit better. And so I wanted to get just a little bit more here. Got the last little bit of my saw. Got a plate done and some bees that were from the other place. Also got the first bit of crops planted here. I need to get more terracotta down, but at least we're going to have food started over here pretty quick. And we'll stick our lamp over here. And then it'll slowly get a little bit warmer and better. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.